Yeah, there you go.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Eddie J, MG Strange Pressure Washing out of Lancaster, PA. I'm here with my longtime friend, my big brother, my mentor, Mr. Ryan Davis. We're going to be adding a lot of value today, and I'm super excited to be able to do this one because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So, Mr. Davis, please introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Ryan Davis. My background is military, from Louisiana as well, and transitioned into sales here at the age of 19 years old while I was full-time active duty in the military in insurance initially, and then went on to do legal insurance after that. As my career progressed, I got involved with charter schools and cyber charter schools with New Hope Academy in York, Pennsylvania. Then, of course, started a technology company.
Okay.
Where we've been able to then now turn that into where we're now venture capitalists and make smart investments into new companies and new ideas. But mostly venture capitalists, people who are already progressing and people we can see, that we can help serve and allow their companies to flourish and grow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, this was the first guy that I had met that was actually like an entrepreneur, like in the positive sense of being an entrepreneur. I knew some guys that were just strictly street entrepreneurs, but this guy right here was the first person that really introduced me to personal development and really investing in yourself. So what got you started in personal development?
What got me started is I was involved with a company called Primera.
Okay.
And at this company, they had Jim Rohn.
Okay. Jim Rohn, yeah. You put
building a network marketing business.
Uh-huh.
This was back in 2002.
Okay.
Late 2002. I was sitting in an auditorium and they said, building a network marketing business. And I went and picked it up. And Jim Rohn said that you work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Work harder on yourself than you do anything else. He said, it's not about the blowing of the wind, but the set of the sail.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I talk about that a lot on this channel.
Yeah,
well.
he talk about, if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Elaborating just a little bit more. No, but honestly, man, for things to change, you have to change. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more
solutions.
Skills. Don't wish for less challenges. Wish for more wisdom. So once you knew that it's about who you're becoming, not just who you are, but who am I becoming. That is very important as well. That's where I'm at.
Now, what type of advice would you give to, not just a young person, but let's just speak and say a young person who's looking at the landscape. Their parents were workers, and they don't want that type of life for themselves. They're looking to become an entrepreneur. What would you tell that young person?
What would I tell that young person? I would tell that young person that you have to always have skills. So the very first thing that you want to do is develop your skills. And make sure you go right into learn knowledge and take that into activity knowledge. Activity knowledge, then from being activity knowledge, you go to modeling knowledge.
What happens in modeling knowledge?
You're modeling. So an individual and or someone is modeling you. You have done the learn knowledge and the activity knowledge enough to where now you're worthy of becoming a model for someone else. Similar to what you've done in MG Streams, right? You become the model, the example. Then you go into teaching knowledge.
And that's kind of where I see myself kind of going more as far as teaching and stuff. So that's kind of where I want to build this channel up to, doing this to kind of teach guys that are looking to get started, how to get started in a way that's not going to be, breaking the bank. You know what I mean? Something that you can get started with and see if it's something that you really like enough to enjoy it and want to pursue more. I think a lot of guys, they go out there and they think that they need the big fancy equipment and all this type of stuff to get started, and they don't know what to do with marketing and all that type of stuff. But man, like I remember you introduced me to Les Brown, and Les Brown said you don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great.
Yes.
And
yes. Yes, that's Brown.
Yeah, that
Amazing.
You got to be hungry, right?
You got to be. If you
gotta
want a
be
thing
hungry.
bad enough to go out and fight for it,
Mm-hmm.
to work day and night for it,
Mm-hmm.
to give up your time, your peace, and your
Yes, sir.
sleep for it. If all that you dream is about it, then life seems useless and worthless without it. If you gladly sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of the opposition for it.
Mm.
If you simply go after that thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, faith, hope, confidence, and stern
Yes,
personality.
sir. Yes, sir.
If dogged and grim you besiege and beset it with the help of God,
Mm.
you will get it.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be hungry.
You got to be hungry.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the guy. I mean, when I met him, I mean, we were still, using CDs and stuff at that time. So this guy literally would be popping in one personal development CD after the other. He had a book, with all of them just in there, like, he had all the CDs, man, just popping them things in, man. It was crazy. And he would memorize them verbatim just like that. And this is like years ago. So, how was it just developing that mindset? Like, I remember I would just look at you, and he always had a new book. He always had a new it was just crazy. Like, how could you just be investing and developing yourself that much, man? Like, well, like, how did you fall in love with just like developing yourself like that?
Well, it's interesting, man. I think you fall in love with it when you realize the principles of thoughts are things, and you are what you think about the most.
Yeah.
It's interesting when you understand that principle in philosophy.
Yeah.
Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secrets.
Mm-hmm. Earl Nightingale.
We become what we think about the most.
Yes, sir.
And so, for me, I always want to create an environment of success and bring more information and so into my subconscious program.
Yeah.
And program myself with new information, experience, associations, environments, and experience, environment, association, and information. But that information is what I'm really, because I want to work on my philosophy. Because if I work on my philosophy, then I can focus in on my work. After philosophy, your philosophy dictates your attitude, right?
Yeah.
Your attitude dictates your activity. Your activity dictates your what? Results. And your results dictate your what? Lifestyle. The 5 major pieces to the life puzzle.
You see, I'm still struggling with the puzzle. I mean, he gave me the pieces. He told me that. Before you see, I'm sitting there.
Philosophy, attitude, activity, results, and lifestyle. Yes, sir.
It's powerful. Powerful. Now, what was it like for you? I remember back, it was when I met you in like 2007, right?
Yeah.
At that time, we're in network marketing at that time, right? And I remember this guy, he had a nice house then, right? Like, I'm looking at his house, I'm like, yo, this house is crazy. It's out there, it's like in the country, in a nice area, and it was just beautiful. And that was probably like a $250,000 house. And this guy was just like, I'm trying to get this 6-figure ring and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then I was with him for a few years, and then I had left and went to the military. I come back, and this guy's a multi-millionaire at that time. And I remember when he said, you just gotta make I'm just trying to make $400 a day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to see, like, once you get to like what that was like his big goal at that time. So how did you continuously like praise progress and then reset the agenda for yourself as you continue to strive to get reach new heights?
Well, I tell you, it was simple, man. Either you're right or you're getting right or you're rotten. Either you're growing or you're dying. Either someone is stretching your vision or they're choking your dream. There is no in between. So for me, that's why I always continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to listen. Even today, last weekend I was in Cleveland, Ohio, listening to The Strangest Secret.
Yeah.
Earl Nightingale. Still focusing and working on myself. Still doing it, man, because I think that you gotta always continue to evolve, or you continue to repeat your past.
Yeah, that's big.
A lot of people repeating their past every single year.
In the same spot.
You have 10 years experience, but you must have both 10 years experience and 10 years of activity with the experience.
Yeah.
See people that work at jobs, but they have 10 years experience at the job. But they didn't say behind that they have 10 years of activity with the experience.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I feel like I learned, like, as an entrepreneur, starting to have success now with my pressure washing business going out there, is that I had the experience. I built the experience and the activity all at the same time. But I was doing so much activity after my first off season on the marketing that when this season had started, like we had took off because of all the activity that I put in there. I was out there putting up all the signs. I was out there working on my Google My Business. Got that to around like 50 5-star reviews. And I mean, I looked at the landscape, and the top person, they had like 98. You know what I mean? And everybody else had 5, 4. So it was easy for me to get out there and outwork those guys. You know what I'm saying? So I started putting the attitude. I already had the attitude that I was going to do this, but then the activity followed that, and then the results followed that. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, like, put that work in, and you're going to get results. You know what I mean? Like, I remember Jim Rohn talked about a ratio will appear. You know,
a ratio will appear.
Yeah.
I think it's you know, it's all about sowing seeds in that season.
Yeah, you told me.
Cultivating your seeds, and then you reap the harvest.
Yes, sir. You told me about that. Yes,
Most
sir.
people just want to just sow a seed and get a harvest in the same season, right? I think I talked to you about this.
Absolutely. It's always
You gotta, and that's what happened. You went out last year. You did the seed sowing, cultivated those seeds, and now you're reaping the harvest.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
story of the sower.
Yeah.
Sowing and reaping.
Yeah. I mean, like, and then once like that starts to happen, and the ratio appears, and you start to reap some of the benefits of the work that you have put in. You kind of know what it takes to get those results now.
Yeah.
The results start to become predictable.
Yes.
I start to know that when I went out and put up signs, I expect to get calls now. I expect to get an influx of calls. You know what I mean? When I invest the money in Google AdWords, I expected to get a return. You know what I'm saying? When I put Facebook ads out, I expected to get a return. You know what I'm saying? So it became easier to make those investments. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people now be starting like, oh, it costs $300 or whatever to get the signs or whatever. Man, I get 100 signs, and let's say I spend $300, and they got the stakes with them and everything, right? One sign, I remember one sign, I made $3,500 off of one sign.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I put the sign out, and I never did a nursing home, and the guy just was like, hey, my boss said we need to get this done, so I came out, I saw the sign, I thought it was fake, and I called you. I didn't even know how to bid a nursing home. We didn't even have the equipment to do it. We were just getting started. We went out there, we rented a pressure washer, like we bought another one, like we were just out there, just spraying that thing down with pressure, like we didn't know what we was doing. That's all I can tell you at that time. But we got it done, and we got that check for $3,500. And after that, I knew that the signs was real. So then after that, I would put signs out and get more jobs. Like you'd be surprised at the people that you
with no
run into.
sign is a sign of no business.
Come on, man.
Say it
Come
again.
on. You say it again.
A business with no sign
is a sign with no business.
is a sign of no business.
Oh, sir, you heard that. You said a business with no sign is a sign of no business.
Yeah.
So that was a golden nugget right there. Okay. So guys that are on the fence about getting signs, get you some signs. Okay. People here, like people are driving. You know how many times people drive and they say, "Oh, I saw your sign. I saw your sign." That's how they got. Like I track when everybody calls us. We track how we ask them, "How'd you hear about us?" We found you on Google. Oh, we saw your sign. Oh, it was a referral. So you'll start to see like what's working for you. You know what I mean? The ROI is retarded on this type of stuff, man. But that one right there, he said, what did he say? A business with no sign is a sign of no business. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the description to UZ Marketing where you can get 100 signs for $99. These are gonna be the small 12 by 18 signs. I started out with those. You can test them out. I did a lot of testing with those signs. They're smaller, they're more discreet, but when somebody sees them, they'll definitely give you a call. So you can invest $99, and the link will be in the description. So that was a powerful. I don't even want to get it. I don't even know if I can get y'all no more after that. Okay, go and get you some signs. Okay.
Wow.
Now we're here with my mentor. Ryan
We're here
Davis,
with the
man.
great George Jennings, man. Listen, iron sharpens iron, so one man
Yes, sir.
sharpens another.
Yes, sir.
I learned from the great George Jennings.
Yeah, right, man. I learned from you, man. That's
Yes,
great.
so this has been a great interview. Thank you for
man.
the opportunity to speak
Man, it's great to see you, man. You
in
know.
front of the camera today.
Yes, sir, man.
And I typically don't speak in front of the cameras.
I know you
anymore.
don't, man. So that's why I knew it was a treat to have you on, man. You know what I mean? I came up here.
My mentor said, "Rich is loud, but wealth whispers."
Both whispers, guys. I mean,
You know what they say? Poor people teach the kids how to buy. Rich people teach the kids how
How
to
to
sell,
sell.
but wealthy people teach the kids how to acquire.
Acquire. So build your business and be a business that somebody wants to acquire one day. You know what I mean? That's what I'm building my business to be, something that possibly someone could acquire one day. But also, it's another business that I'm building within my family, that my family can go out there and still generate income without actually having to do the work. You know what I mean? Because I'm laying the groundwork and the foundation right now. My wife knows how to do all of our back office stuff. She knows how to operate the equipment. You know what I'm saying? My daughter knows how to do it. My son knows how to do it. So I always feel comfortable knowing that in the back of my mind, if something were to happen to me, my family not only knows how to run and operate the business, they can run and operate the business effectively without me because of the systems that I put in place along with my wife. And that's another thing, you want to work on your business systems as well. Just, you know, something that's duplicatable. He always taught me that you always want to have something that's duplicatable. So I was always searching for something that could easily be duplicated, and I fell in love with pressure washing because I'm more of a person that likes to be by myself, right? And when I'm by myself, I can go out there and do my thing, do my mission, and go home. But this is a business that you can build as big as you want, or have it, one man and make huge profits. You know what I'm saying? Which is one of the things I like about this business. With all the businesses that you're in, what is your favorite business of all your businesses?
Favorite business that we had. Well,